Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video today. If you saw the trailer, I was talking about what life would be like to be completely debt-free. And so before I go further, I want you to start there. One of the things I do with all my clients is I'll talk to them and I want them to feel what it would be like inside to if they like what it would feel like to have zero debt. I mean, could you imagine like just where you're at? Think if you had zero credit cards, all right? You had no student loans, you had no medical bills, you had no furniture bills, you had no mortgage, you had nothing that you owed anyone, and you were just debt free. Could you imagine how liberating that would feel? Or just how different your life would be? All right, see, that's the thing is that when you have no debt, your options go through the roof when it comes to finances. I mean, you could travel more, you could save more, you could put your kids in the school they wanted to be in. I mean, there's so much more that you can do. But what happens is when you have debt, it destroys your ability to create wealth. So step one on what can you do to start paying your debt off? Well, I really believe that it's going to start when you free up about $150 to $200 a month. Now, people may be like, well, where do I figure out that? Well, you might have to put a budget together. I know that's not fun, that's not glamorous, it's definitely not sexy, but it could be step one and it'll make all the difference moving forward. After you've got a budget, and let me back up, if a budget's not for you, all right, you might need to make more money. Maybe that's picking up a couple extra hours at work. Maybe it's getting a Uber job. I don't know, the way I got started in the financial field is I did this part-time to make extra income because I was a broke college kid. That was what it was for me as I started doing this on the side. But once you have that money, what you're going to want to do is I see a lot of people like do a debt shotgun. What I mean by that is they're sending $20 extra here, $50 extra there, $100 extra here, but really what they need to do is they need to take all that money and throw it towards one thing. So assuming you have your emergency fund in place, if you're married with kids, assuming you have your life insurance in place, what I would do then is if I had $200 that I was going to use to start paying off my debt, I would send all 200 of it towards my lowest debt. So maybe I had a credit card with $1,000 on it. I'd send them my minimum payment plus my $200 and pay the minimums on everything else. What I would do there is I would get that debt paid off so much faster than if I was sending a little bit extra to everything. Once that debt was paid off, maybe the minimum on that is $50. Now I would take the 50 plus the 200, so that's 250, and I would send that towards my next debt, all right, whichever one had the highest interest on it. All right, and I would keep following that plan and I would be rolling that debt. It's sometimes called a debt snowball, sometimes it's called debt stacking. I would keep stacking until I paid everything off. All right, now what you find is that the average person who does that, they will pay everything including their house off in about 10 to 15 years. So even if you just bought a mortgage today and you were to follow that simple plan, you would have your mortgage and everything paid off in the next 15 years. All right. If you have any questions about how to make that plan an actual reality in your life, feel free to message me. My email's in the link below, or excuse me, in the box below. Get a hold of me on Facebook. You can message me there. Be happy to answer any questions. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to watch this, and hopefully you guys found some value in it. Have a great day.